It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we've got Isaiah Likely. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Ravens and the Steelers coming up next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here as we get going with this one. Greg, you look the... The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Last week's performance, Mike, probably when you go back and look at it, the thing that stands out the most is just a little bit too inconsistent for their liking. I mean, he found a way to ultimately lead his team to a victory, and that's the biggest thing. But with that said, he has to do a better job of keeping the ball from getting into the wrong hands. He got too careless at times, and they made him pay for it. If he does that here today, he might not get so lucky.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. On the ground, this is Harris. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Devin White, that time on the stop. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. 2nd down and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Steelers. That his first touchdown this year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Chris Boswell on for the point after. His kick is good, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he takes off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
He'll air one out for Higgins. To the goal line and in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. He's going to tuck it and go. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll run with Barkley. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Ravens. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Washington. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Wilson.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They're going to continue to be aggressive, especially...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
What I loved about this play, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker before the ball was snapped. We see so often they get antsy. They start tipping the blitz, and then the offensive line and the running back is able to pick them up. And in this case, it didn't look before the snap like he was going to come. He times it perfectly. Nobody accounted for him, and he records the sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the RPO, a throw to Flowers. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. It's the tight end Likely in motion. From out of the gun, he'll throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Harris. Oh, he pumps up the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
We are through 1. 14-7 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They face 2nd down and 7. Now, faking the give. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. That heads number 40 on the season for him.
Really nice call there on 3rd and inches. You have the defense thinking run, and then you hit them with the short pass, and the yardage you get after that is just gravy. They turn this into a nice play, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down?
And he's not going to get away. They track him down.
If this was just one guy dominating them up front, there's a lot of things that you can do. You can chip them. You can double team them. You can start sliding the offensive line in pass protection his way, trying to slow him down. But this has been coming from a lot of different spots, and right now it just looks to be a breakdown in the protection, and they have no answer on how to stop it.
The Steelers' offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield this season, right there amongst the league leaders in rushing late in the campaign. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now toss left side for Harris. That's a gain of 15. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. Give up the middle to Harris. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Harris again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 3rd and 5. Now a screen set up for Harris. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
We see this week in and week out, Mike. These running backs in today's game, they really have the skill set of a wide receiver. So if you're going to guard him one-on-one and you know the offense is going to use him in the passing game, you better have that guy. You better have that matchup guy that you're confident to put on him and say, okay, you're going to go out there in space and defend a receiver like this. And after plays like that, I'm not sure how much more man coverage they can afford to play.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are back within 4 at 14-10.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
On 4th down, here comes Justin Tucker for the Ravens. This a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And the lead holds steady at 4.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with the ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
Throwing now on 1st and 10 to the tight end, Likely. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Flowers with the catch. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll look to throw. A throw on the move is caught. The 1st-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a 1st down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. It's the tight end Likely in motion. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He finds Likely, his tight end.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Steelers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Taking off. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
Those are the plays that hurt. Because as a defense, Mike, you feel like you do everything right in your coverage. There's nowhere to go with the ball, but you leave just enough space for the quarterback to not only break contain, but to get outside and pick up the 1st down with his legs.
Yeah, Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A pass taken in by Harris. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Throwing now from the gun. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw yet again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. There's that man again. Another catch.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
So we have a 10-point game here at halftime. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Justin Herbert, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Next, we head off to check out another game. And things didn't work out for him as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, sharp in the victory as his guys double up their records at 8-4 on the year. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Jets locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
That is left side and caught by Flowers. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Steelers offense ready to get back at it. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout: too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
There's a short one caught by Fryermuth. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 1st and 10. They run it over center with Harris.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. It's the tight end Likely in motion. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one, and it'll be 3rd down. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. No issues there. This one is good. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Austin now to return this. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down. A run. Here's Harris. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. They put Pickens in motion. They run on the jet sweep, and that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain. On the toss, it's Harris. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Devin White, that time on the stop. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll try to run for it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the 1st down. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this forward only to about the 32-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline.
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, Nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will cut into that lead.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. This defense in desperate need of a stop. And here comes 3rd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. One of the tight ends in motion right. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A 1st down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Off he goes. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain. Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now they'll set up to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin White.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. And right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They'll motion over Flowers. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. So right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. They'll run it here with Saquon. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. Talk about a volume receiver. That's his 90th catch of the season. And he gives his team a 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get the victory away from home in the division. This is so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.